Shout out to the Dub. Hey,
watch this.
Hey, number one Dub.
Football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, put it in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach trying to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay Mack, he be on the scene, rocking the gear, it's so clean. Lead guys and go easy, off the easy, push easy. When Matt Stepp is our special guest, making picks is so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All our fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub. 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 That GF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That GF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat O'Teasy, Jeremy McInnes, Coach Carr, and Brian Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out.
Going to the next round. Salute. Get ready.
Dub salute. Hey.
Hey man, it's your boy J Mac with the Dub. I'm with the winning coach finally. Coach finally, because I didn't know. I didn't know. But talk to us about it, man. How it went?
Man, I felt like we was up 27-8. Like we had control of the game. Then before the half, with 30 seconds left, they ran an old school fumble rooski on us. And the thing about them extra point attempts, the fakes, we practiced those besides the reverse, but we definitely didn't practice the fumble rooski. They pulled it all out tonight because they needed to.
Yeah.
My defense really played good the whole game, and they got us on, tricks and fakes. It happens, but we stood up when it counted. On the last drive, up 7, kick 3 to go up 7. I trust my defense to finish the game.
So what do you think this says about the character of your team? I always got to say adversity be a character. Obviously, this was a adverse game. Yeah. So what
adverse game. All the kids know each other. They friends, and I feel like all these games in our district, Argyle, Heritage, this one, like it's just making us better.
Yeah.
Like, because when you win close ball games, one possession ball games, when it's on the line, you got to come back. You got to get a stop right now. It's on you, and you stand up to the challenge over and over again. I feel like you're going to have a good ball club when it comes playoff time.
Tell me about number 23 and your sophomore quarterback starting a backyard brawl.
Yeah.
Hey, talk to me.
23, cornerback David Hill. They call him Davo. You see he do it all. Kick off return, punt return, running back, receiver, corner, committed to UTSA, got powerful offers from K-State. Cincinnati, he only going to keep getting more.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to stick.
Sophomore quarterback tonight played great in the first half. Had Braylon Barnett, number 13. Everybody starting to know about Braylon now. Yeah. He was on the Dallas Morning News for one of the top 10 players to break out this week. And you see what he did.
Hey, he was Dub Spotlight
Player of the Week a couple weeks ago.
Before the rest of them saw. Yeah, I'm getting my credit first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
hey, great game, man. Hey, backyard brawl, champ.
One win, 1-0 for the week. Man. That's all we need.
Wings on me.
Salute.
Fellas, man, that was a great game, Jay.
Salute. Everybody looking at the interview, man, that game was crazy.
No, that game was a great game, fellas.
That's a real backyard brawl, whatever you get.
That
Timberview, I'm telling you now, that Timberview and Seguin, they go hard. And I guess you could throw Summit in there with both of them too, right?
Yeah, they fight hard. They say, man, they say the old games are intense, Jay.
I'm gonna say for Arlington, they're closer to those two Mansfield schools than they are to the rest of the Arlington schools. That's their real rival. So
it is
always.
Yeah, man. It gotta be chills, man. Think about that. See the ball over there. Hold on. We got the champions here. Y'all give it up for our dog. You know what I'm saying? I would like to say I'd like to call him Big Stepper. Y'all give it up, Big Stepper.
Big Stepper.
My boy.
What to do, man?
This is my boy.
What's up, fellas? How are y'all? Just get back into town. Had to hit my boy J Mac up. Said you having a show tonight, and I'm off tomorrow, so I was like, I got time.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, we ain't gonna try to hold up a whole lot of time, but we gonna definitely chop it up. How about that?
We got a lot of talk about my boy.
Sounds good to me. We got a good game going on too, man.
I know.
Watch it. Like Chicago, I think Chicago gonna end up, urinating down their leg. I can never trust a man that wear fingernail and toe polish. That's my quarterback.
Hey, gotta go with the guy Matt Stafford from the mean streets of Highland Park.
Yeah. He's from the mean streets. Yeah.
I'm doing props. I'm like, damn it, Matt. I'm like, damn it, Matt. They give me 1 yard. I'm like, he's not running that ball, boy, but
he can throw that thing though.
He can throw that thing, but he ain't gonna run it, boy.
Yeah, he definitely ain't gonna run it. Matt running days open. He used to run it in Highland Park a little bit though.
One of the best games I ever saw was Highland Park and Stephenville at Old Fouts Field there in Denton. That was the state champion. That was a great game. And Highland Park came back and won 34-31. Then won the state championship the next week, 58-0.
I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Highland Park and Stephenville.
That's before my time. I gotta watch that one.
Matthew Stafford's senior year of high school, man. He was something else.
Yeah, Matt was a bad boy. Matt was a bad boy. Like, he threw like a grown man in high school.
Oh yeah, that ball. When you play baseball and pitcher throws usually over 80 miles per hour, you can hear that thing coming in. The seams you can hear it sizzling coming in. That's how his footballs were thrown. That shit was crazy. He was bad. He was a bad man. He's still in the league doing it. I mean, he's been around for a while, man. He's still getting it done.
Hey, he got a ring. He just working on getting that yellow jacket, that gold jacket now.
Yeah, right. He
I think that's cemented. I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer no matter what.
Yeah. Shout out to Kyle Ward.
Shout out to
Kyle.
SMU.
Day off. Portals closed now. They can.
Oh yeah.
Hey, they still watching film. With 10,000 kids in there.
A lot of kids got a lot of bad advice.
Yeah, man. But I guess let's start off there, man. What was your thoughts on the coaches that have with the college? We just got I posted a while ago news that the Duncanville wide receiver Xavier Brown. Is his name Xavier Brown? Or Coach Brown. He's going to McNeese State as wide receiver coach. So another DFW coach is going to college. What's your thoughts on that, Matt?
I mean, you can't, guys want to, there's certain guys that want to take that step and go on to the next level and coach in the college game. There's a lot of great high school coaches that are very content, coaching high school ball. So I think it just depends. I'm happy for the guys, they're getting the bag. A lot of them, that are, I don't know what McNeese is paying position coaches, but, I know, Kyle and Gates and Riley, they probably, all got significant raises from what they were making. So that's great for them. I'm happy for them. And, obviously, with that money comes a lot more work. You work, especially in the, FBS level. I mean, you're working 350 days a year. You're constantly recruiting. You're having to recruit your own kids, go recruit high school kids, recruit in the portal. I mean, it's a grind and it's a business and
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
But some people thrive in that environment, so it's not for everyone. The people that it is for end up thriving and make a whole lot of money. So, I think those guys will do great at the next level. I'm proud of them, happy for them, and hope they don't forget about us old high school reporters.
Yeah, and the dub. I don't even know what the classifier says, but and the dub.
I can't forget about the dub, so can't forget about my second favorite Texas high school football podcast. I mean, I got to rate my own number one. I mean, Hey
man, we just try to be 1B. You know what I'm saying? You be 1A.
But I'm happy for those guys, man, and they're going to do great at the next level, and I can't wait to watch them on TV and do big things.
Yeah. So when I see you, the wings and drinks on y'all, because we know y'all can afford it.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, you gonna be in town a couple weeks because we doing we got a double dub hang for 2 birthdays. So we got Willow and Pat birthday coming up. So we gonna do
what's the date?
If not this Saturday, next Saturday.
Yeah, I don't go back to Canada until the 5th. I go back on. I'm gonna stay here through realignment for sure. So next weekend. So I'm going. I'm on. It's clinic season right now. I'm in clinicing. So I got next weekend I'll be down in South Texas, and then the weekend after was it January 30th, 31st, February 1st. I think I'll be that's the DFW clinic, so I'll definitely be in town.
So I think that's the weekend we need to do it.
So yeah, I'll be out and about anyway. So the DFW clinic, if it's Saturday night, I'll be there for sure. Friday night, that's the big night at the clinic. We usually shut that thing down Friday night at the clinic. So
it'll be Saturday.
I'll be there Saturday. I'll be out and about Saturday anyway, so I'll pop in.
You don't want to miss it, man, because Raymond bringing one of his birthday cakes, and I'm telling you, they be the best. If no other reason, that's the reason.
Yeah. I'm gonna get B-Roz's famous wings again.
Oh, you got to, Jay.
Yeah.
I miss him.
Maybe Pastor Tutson will show up and finally pay up on the meals.
We're gonna try to get Pastor. We're gonna get Pastor back in the fold. We gotta get Pastor back in the fold.
Matt said Pastor in debt.
He been in debt for 2 years now, man.
He in repo right now. He in repo debt.
Repo at this point. Yeah, shout out Coach Evans. I saw Coach Evans down in Corpus Christi. They had a great coaches clinic down there in Corpus Christi. Talked to Coach Sedberry from Terrell. Coach Evans is down there. Those guys down there do a great job. It was beautiful. I see some palm trees in the ocean. So it's all good down there in beautiful Corpus Christi, Texas.
That's it. That's my guy, Coach Evans. Salute, Coach. Yeah. We got to catch Coach this time he come up here, man. We missed him last time. We got to make sure we catch him, B-Rod. I think Kyle did drop a gem. I want to go back to it real quick. Like he said, and this is what I was telling people when they always be telling me about how cold kids are in the Metroplex. And, he need to be going D1. He's a P4. I'm like, bro, it's like he telling you right there. It's 1,000 of y'all, bro.
Yeah.
There's when you get to that level, in high school, there's the 1%, or maybe 1 or 2% that go on to play Division I football. But out of that 1 or 2%, there's another level, like a 1% out of that level. Right. Those are the special guys. You get to a lot of those guys are. So it's really small details that separate those guys. And now, you're competing with guys that are in the portal that have produced at the college level, maybe not at the P4 level, but P4s have to make decisions on, do I recruit this high school kid who's unproven and the market for NIL is all out of whack versus I can pay this kid who may be an all conference player at FCS, and I don't have to pay him half of what I can pay the high school kid. I'm going to go get the all-conference player from FCS because these high school kids, especially the elite recruits, they're asking for so much. And that's why so many kids are in the portal. One of the reasons why there's so many kids in the portal is the colleges are offering these high school kids, especially these really high-level recruits, a lot of money out of high school. And it's above market rate. And then after 1 year, they don't play or they don't play very much. And now they're not getting offered near as much money. And so they're all going in the portal. So that's why I tweeted out the other day. I was like, if you're a high school recruit, you almost have to look at that, whatever NIL you get out of high school as a signing bonus. It's not your market rate. It's your signing bonus. Yeah. And then your market rate is going to be determined by what you do your freshman year. And if you don't play a lot your freshman year, your market rate's probably going to go down. So it's a lot of, it's just interesting. But yeah, the guys that are elite at the high school level, when you start comparing them to the guys that are playing Power 4 football, they're not elite anymore. Mm-hmm. They're just a guy. Right. And so it's a numbers game and it's tough, man. And it ultimately is production. Like it comes down to production and a lot of the guys, Coach Trice from U of H tweeted out today, man, a lot of these guys are getting in the portal. Their careers are over. They're walking away from a scholarship and their careers are over because it's going to be like musical chairs and all the chairs are going to be filled and there's no spot for you. So it's crazy. It's a wild time. And, I'm glad that the kids get paid and it's great that for so long kids didn't get paid and they were a lot of time. I don't ever want to say they were getting taken advantage of because they were getting a free education. They were getting all their meals paid for, room and board, books. Like there is a value to that. Like, it's not, they're not, I don't think they were taken care of very well. The best the best training you can get, the best medical care you can get while you're on scholarship. So there were some benefits to it, but I'm glad they're getting their market. But NIL really was designed for name, image, and likeness. And what we see with the collectives and everything is really just a salary. These guys are just getting salaries at this point. It's not really based off your name, image, and likeness. But I'm all for the kids getting paid, but I would like to see. And it sounds crazy, but just some sort of regulation, like guardrails and rules. Like to me, it's just out of hand. You got guys that are 25, 26 years old, still playing college football. And just taking spots from kids. It's like, go get a job, bro.
Yeah.
It's like,
but they are counter because they like, you got a guy right there that got NFL valuation that he fighting soon to stay in college. Like, that's where we at right now. That's where we at.
So it's crazy. I mean, it's there's good and bad to it all, but I mean, it's you would just wish there was, our college writer Mike Craven, I think last year put out some rules, and he was like, man, just give him 5 years, like get rid of the red shirt year. You got 5 years. You can play all 5 years if you want. Like, just put some guardrails in place.
Yeah.
I'd like to see, maybe one free transfer, the transfer portal. You get one transfer, you can get out, and then after that, maybe you have to sit out a year. I don't know. It's just, I wish there were some rules to it, but I'm glad kids are getting paid. You just wonder the market, it's a free market, but the market's going to reset itself at some point. It kind of already has, and it resets itself. It resets itself after the freshman year. You get a kid out of high school and you give him $500,000. Well, then he only plays, a very low number of snaps throughout the year,
and he won't raise.
You're not going to get a raise. You're probably because you weren't worth $500,000 to begin with. So it is what it is. I mean, it's funny. I was telling, I think I was talking to Coach Jack about this the other day. I watched less college football this year than I had all year, and it really wasn't anything to do with. It was just my schedule. But I was like, I felt so disconnected from college football this year, just because of my schedule on the high school front, but I just didn't watch it. But then it's like I couldn't keep up with who was who because there's so many people who's playing for who. Like, I knew Indiana was good, but I didn't know they were that good until I watched them against Oregon a couple of weeks ago. I was like, damn, they are really good, but I didn't know, So it's just, So I'll be watching the game tomorrow night though, for sure, because it's the only game on.
And let me say one thing, Jay. Going to Chris Jackson comment, he made a comment and said some players need to go to JUCO route and get bigger, faster. You know what? That's actually a great idea.
It is.
In theory, like, really, let's be real. But the thing with that, Chris, in my opinion, a lot of these players, if they can go D1 and get $200,000, they're gonna take the bag off the muscle.
Well, my thing about the JUCO is
that'll be the more so the backup route, unfortunately.
Nobody wants to go JUCO. Like
nobody wants to go. Yeah. But like, if you got aspirations though, if you got aspirations going D1 or P4, and you see now, like, both these teams that are playing tomorrow, they got people like 24, 25 years old.
Yeah, they got family, they married and everything.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, but when you go JUCO now, those 2 years don't count against your eligibility. So
get bigger, stronger, faster.
Exactly.
You could be 20 years old, 21 years old, and be a freshman at a P4 if you develop them 2 years.
But it's a risk because you're turning down $200,000 that's guaranteed, even if it's just for 1 year. Turning that down. You could go to JUCO and find out real quick you ain't like that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, JUCO ball.
It's tough.
JUCO ball. I played JUCO basketball. JUCO football, like Navarro, Trinity Valley, Kilgore. It's some dogs, and they are fighting for their lives in there.
You gotta love that. You gotta love it.
You can find
they play hard.
You turn down $200,000 to go play JUCO, man. You might find out you're not like that and be done in 2 years. So it's I don't begrudge anyone for taking the money, $200,000 out or $500,000 or whatever the number is, even if it is above market value. I just think you need to go into it understanding this is a signing bonus. If I don't play, I'm not going to get this type of money. I'm going to take a pay cut. So don't look at it as a pay cut. Look at it as I got my signing bonus to come here. Now my market value is going to get set based on what I do in year one. And if I don't play year one, I'm going to take a pay cut. And that's just the nature of the beast. So it's hard to look at it like that. But I mean, that's how I looked at it when I got my big boys job. They gave me a signing bonus when I got hired. And that signing bonus was way more than what I was making normally. It was the Bears just scored. That was way more than I would make in a normal. My signing bonus was like 3 months of my salary. You know, so I was just like, well, I had to look at it like it was a signing bonus. And,
can't expect that every paycheck.
Yeah, and I think you have to look at the high school recruits now have to look at that like that. But I also think the colleges are now being much more, just talking to some college coaches, they're being much more careful about what they offer. Unless you are the elite of the elite, you're not going to get probably big money coming out anymore because they see what's happening.
Yeah.
Colleges are a lot of things. Stupid ain't one of them. They're going to adjust and adapt.
So let me ask this, Matt. So what happened to what's wrong with the route of kids getting a scholarship? They're not playing that much their first year and just grind it out. Just stay and compete. Just the whole 4 years. Why
they ain't never done that before. They don't know how to react to it. Like, and this is, I'm gonna sound old manny here, right? Like when we were kids, right, and we played whatever sport we played for our neighborhood team or whatever. And if we were on the 9 and 10-year-old team, unless we were like really like that as a 9-year-old, we were probably a backup as a 9-year-old, and then we played as a 10-year-old, right?
Right.
In today's world, you don't play for your neighborhood team. If you don't play for this team, well, you just transfer. You just go play for another team, or you make up your own team where you can play, and you go forward. And so the kids, this, because it sounds very old man to me, but it really is. I don't think a lot of kids know how to fight for their spot. There's a few that do, but I'd say the vast fewer kids today than before know how to fight for their spot because they've never had to. And so it's a shock to the system when they have to fight for their spot. And a lot of times they don't know how to react or how to overcome that. And so it comes from, there could be a sophomore quarterback and he transfers from one school to another. It's probably a better situation at school A, but he's not going to play as a sophomore. He's going to play JV as a sophomore. And he goes to school B and gets his teeth kicked in, but he's got varsity tape now. Well, is that really better? So I think it's just the nature of the kids these days and the nature of parents. I think I think the adults have to take a lot of responsibility for what the world they've created, because the adults have created this world.
Yeah. And it's funny you said, I'm sorry to cut you off, B-Rise, but anytime I message like a senior after the season, like I did it a couple of times this year, the very thing I said to them was be prepared to start over when you get to college. Like high school, you made it here. You're at this point. You're probably the man on campus. When you get to college, you got to start over. And that's fine. Like that's the nature of the jungle. But you're right, man. That's a hard concept for a lot of kids to grasp. So that's always my message, man. Be prepared to go down to the bottom and then just work your way back up. But
and that's the best way to do it.
And it's okay if you're a freshman and it's not the end of the world if you're a freshman and you don't play. But if you can work your way up the depth chart, where maybe you were fifth string when you got on campus, and now by the end of the year you're second or third string, you've made a lot of progress.
Exactly, that's all I'm saying. Like take the the old school route. Like we seen back before NIL, like with Alabama, how they had all the running backs each year, Jay and Solomon. Like one running back graduate go to the league, then the next one, next man up.
But he's been there 3 years too. Like that's
what I'm saying. Like they sit, you know what I'm saying, man. Like and just they still eventually they get their shine on. So it's like,
it's a shock to the system when they after year one and they got all this money coming out of high school. Well, now the year one, it's like, well, you were third string all year, so we're gonna cut your pay in half.
Oh.
Shock to the system. So, but then they get in the portal and they find out they ain't really like that, and they getting offered less, and then they try to come back to the school they were at, and it's like we already got somebody else. Your spot's gone. So it's a grimy. It's a business, and people are finding out it is a business. There's a lot of people learning hard lessons, and you got the other thing about regulation. Like in the NFL, you have agents. They're regulated. They're trained. They have to be certified through the PA. There's no players association in college. There's no oversight to protect the players or the families because it's literally the wild, wild west. And so there's a lot of people that are coming out there taking advantage of kids. The NFL agent fee, it's single digits. I think it's like 5% or 2%. It's a really low number. And you got these agents taking 20% of these kids NIL, 25%, and taking advantage of kids. And they're not even really agents, And so, like my guy, Prairie View coach Tremaine Jackson, he at ASCA, he was talking about his biggest like fear is the single mom who has a player with an uncle. That's his biggest fear. So
I saw that.
it's just a lot, man. That's why when I talk about regulation, I want regulation to protect the kids from people outside, protect the kids and everything. So sometimes you got to protect the kids from their own parents because not all parents are. We saw a pretty high profile situation with that this year, and it's not all parents are in the out for the best interest of their children either. So I want regulation really to protect the kids and that kind of thing. But that's just one guy talking. So I'm just one high school football reporter talking about what I see.
That's what we're doing though. That's what we're doing.
I've been on one tonight, so yeah, man.
Hey, but he tell the truth, guy. We have the conversations, off air when we talking like that. That's just what it is. But I Matt, me personally, I feel like coming out of high school, every kid should sign a 2-year contract.
Yeah,
get down somewhere.
You get 2 years to figure it out. You get 2 years to figure it out. Then
you got to stick it out too. You got to stick it out. You got to figure it out and stick it out. And
that's the hard part.
And that's both of them. That's unless it's some kind of
it will
moral
protect
clause,
the kids from I mean, there's got to be it will protect the kid from getting his spot taken. Used to be a lot of times scholarships are technically year to year, but a lot of times even if you were a fifth stringer, as long as you didn't get in trouble,
get kicked off the team,
kicked off the team, or your grade slipped, you would at least have that 4-year scholarship to get your education and have something. Now it's like. Man, it's semester to semester, man.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I just feel like coming out of, especially for the big schools. I don't know how that would work for smaller schools, but for big schools, everything should be 2 years. When you come out of high school, you sign 2 years, then you can renegotiate and all that stuff and do all that. But if you want them that bad to give them $500,000. Then you want them that bad to pay them whatever that second year. You better negotiate it when they sign, because for 2 years that's what you pay.
Yeah. So it would be the same for the second year in this situation.
Well, whatever they negotiate. Yeah, like you can say, you know what, I want to give you $500,000 to sign. Second year it's automatic $300,000, but that's $800,000.
If you play good your freshman, maybe you can get that last $200.
Yeah,
based. Okay,
have some incentives in there. However you want to negotiate, that's up to them to negotiate the contract, but it should be 2 years. Like we gonna see what it do in 2 years and go from there. That way, if you want to leave. If whatever, Mm-hmm. But that would keep. One thing I hate is I see all this hoop. That's why I don't even pay attention to recruiting no more. I don't even look at it, because I can almost guarantee you, Bad's gonna be gone next year.
Yep, that's a good point. Yeah.
So I don't even look at it no more. So they just need something to keep it right. And I think also people need to understand you're never gonna be more than the person that's paying you. Like I see a lot of that talk. Oh no, look, if they paying you, you're never gonna be more than them.
You gotta say that again, J Mac. I like that one.
I
like that one. That's
Some of y'all got it twisted.
Yeah, whether
you're never gonna be more than the person that's paying you. The person that's paying you, you're never gonna be more than him. Only way you're gonna be more than him is to do what he doing.
Well,
and branch out, right?
Mm-hmm. Period. I just be tripping out when I be seeing people always crying and complaining. Oh, well, but look at what you're talking about. You talking about getting from that guy. That's just like the NFL player. They complaining about the owners. Well, they the owners.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna never be over him.
Mm-hmm.
It's his team.
It's his stuff.
Or her team, whatever. There's a few owners out there, so it's their team.
So that's just my thing with that, man. I just think
you're the employee of the owner.
You the employee, but they got mad at Stephen A. when Stephen A. said it, but he told the truth.
Yeah. Truth don't always sound good though.
No, it don't. It don't.
Well,
it don't sound cool.
Doesn't coddle people's feelings, It doesn't.
Mm-hmm. No.
The truth is cold on both sides.
Yeah, that's tough, man. But hey, before we get to that, we brought you on to talk some realignment, February 3rd. But before we get there, February 2nd.
Monday.
Okay, February 2nd, that Monday. I'm gonna try to make it, Matt. So hopefully I can see y'all out there.
Okay.
But before we get to it, I do want to talk about what's your thoughts on some of these jobs that's been taken that has been filled.
A lot of big names, a lot of big jobs, man. A lot of high profile jobs. It's gonna be more jobs, It's realignment year, so it's gonna be some jobs that are pretty good right now, and after February 2nd might not be quite. Always
I see some more jobs come open, huh, Matt?
Yeah, it's always a lot of jobs that come open after realignment when the districts come out. So, it's just been unusual this year. We've had this number of high profile jobs with North Crowley, South Lake Carroll, Denton Ryan, Lancaster. Down in Houston, you got Humboldt, Atascocita, and San Antonio. You got Converse Judson. Even though they've been struggling, it's still a name program. Texarkana, Pleasant Grove. A lot of big high profile jobs that have opened up. So, North Crowley hiring DeMarcus Harris. It's not a surprise. He would stay internal. The success that they've had, and what they have coming back, they bring back a very experienced team next year. So it's not a huge surprise that they hired Harris. They had some good people interview for it. I like Lancaster hit a home. I'm a big, full disclosure, big Steven Jackson fan. I think it's a great hire, but it's a great hire because of what he did at West Mesquite. He won. West Mesquite in the previous 5 years before Jackson got there had won 11 games total. Oh yeah, Salina's open too, which we kind of knew with all that was happening in Salina.
Naturally, yeah.
But here's a crazy stat. West Mesquite in the 5 previous seasons won 11 games total. Jack won 11 games in his first season at West Mesquite.
Last year.
1 year won 11 games, equal to the previous 5 years. So he did a great job at West Mesquite. He deserves the opportunity at Lancaster, and I think he's going to do some great things there with Weibo. So, Denton Ryan is open. I expect, just knowing how their AD moves, I expect this hire to be really quick. He typically identifies a guy and goes after him. And if that guy doesn't accept, then he kind of opens the pool up a little bit. So I imagine if, Denton's got a school board meeting Tuesday night, it would not shock me if Denton Ryan had a hire Tuesday night. Because
I think they do. Based on what I'm hearing, Matt. Based on my sources,
yeah. I would be very surprised if I hired. Now I've dealt with school boards enough to know nothing is done until it's done. But I would lean to that direction that a hire will be made at Denton Ryan Tuesday night. Now Braswell's going to be a little more lengthy process. They got a few more issues at Braswell, that they had to kind of clean up.
They got to get pass approval first.
Yeah, they got to get a few more things under control there at Braswell. So. That'll be a little more lengthy process. So then West Mesquite's open now. All of a sudden West Mesquite's a good job. Jack turned that into a good job. So they're open. So I'll be interested to see what direction Cody Groves goes in. I've heard a few of the guys that have applied for West Mesquite. So some name assistant coaches from the area, from some good programs have thrown their name in the hat, looking for that first head coaching opportunity. There's a good internal candidate there, Trey Allen, who's the interim, former Texas Longhorn offensive lineman, South Grand Prairie great, is there on staff at West Mesquite, and so I think he'll get some consideration. And you've got a couple of head coaches from out of the area that have applied, that have good resumes, maybe have some ties to the area and are looking to get back home. So I think that'll be an interesting job search when West Mesquite comes open. So, yeah, it's a lot of good jobs. Like I said, there's going to be more jobs at South Lake Carroll's open, right? And, I've heard
what's going on with that, man?
So
they real low-key with it.
They move in silence, They move in silence. They don't broadcast a lot. They don't talk a lot. They got people involved, but it's hard. It's hard to escape the long arm of Matt Stepp. I try to find some stuff out. I got sources, so I know they've brought some candidates in this past week to interview. Some good candidates, guys with state championships on the resume. Maybe not necessarily state championships in Texas, but have ties to Texas, that kind of thing. Some good candidates have applied. And they've got a strong internal candidate. The DC Lee Munn there has done a good job, and I think he'll get strong consideration. When you have success, I'm always a big believer of if you have success, if the head coach leaves, reward that success by giving that internal candidate a shot. But sometimes the internal candidate always isn't the best candidate. So it'll be interesting to see what direction South Lake Carroll moves in.
That's what I'm betting on. I'm betting on the DC. And he kind of almost like a Riley Dodge starter key. He almost looked like Riley.
He does look like Riley. He's a little quieter. He's a little more.
He ain't as flamboyant. He ain't getting ready.
He's a defensive guy. The defensive guys are usually a little more grimy and kind of work in silence. The defensive guys, they tend to.
Because I was looking for him, Matt, to interview him after a game, and we could not find him.
Yeah, he got out of
there. He was up out of there. Yeah, I was trying to catch him on the interview, and I could not. I was like, this guy's gone. Like, he ain't even trying to hear it. So, maybe, that's what I think should get it, because I think he did a great job. And I think he will put more emphasis, and no shot at Riley, but I'm just saying he's an offensive guy. I just think a defensive guy will probably put more emphasis on defense, making sure he has a championship level defense to go along with a great offense. You still had a great offense, but
you didn't like the defense this year?
I didn't like. I liked the defense. I just didn't think they had enough guys on defense. Like they had
the talent was front loaded on the offensive side of the ball.
It was lopsided, bro. Like look at all the champions though they won state this year. Like everybody that won state had some dudes on defense.
Yeah.
Even if they were playing both ways, but they had.
Well, they took their dudes on offense and put them on defense.
Put them on defense. Like that.
Situational football. Right. That's one thing I give Coach Matheson DeSoto a lot of credit for, and I give Boobie Feaster a lot of credit for as high profile of a recruit as he was. He could have been like, man, hell no, I'm not playing defense. Like, what is this? I'm going to USC. I'm not finna jeopardize any of this. I'm fixing to. Right. And he bought in, and the coaches, cooked it up. So credit to them, So, credit to Boobie Feaster for doing that, because a lot of kids at his stature wouldn't have done that. Wouldn't have sacrificed some of their numbers to help the team out. It was refreshing to see, and so the kid deserves a lot of credit along with the coaches.
And he had a huge impact too, especially those Willis South Lake game.
Yeah, he was a dog. He was a difference maker. So credit to him. So
somebody said, who you think getting the Judson job?
Yeah, somebody better get in there quick because their three best players already transferred to a private school.
Yeah, I saw the big boy went to
the big old lineman, the 6'8", 335-pound old lineman that's got sophomore. How the hell sophomore gets that big? He's 6'8", 335.
That's crazy. Can he move?
Big boy.
He's got offers from A&M and LSU. I'm assuming, I haven't watched a lot of tape on him, but I'm assuming they didn't offer him just because he was 6'8", 335.
6'8", 335. God, dog.
Damn. He don't look fat. I mean, the pictures I saw.
I seen the picture. He don't look fat. He a big guy.
I'm pretty sure. I bet there's some basketball tape. I like big guy like that. I want to see some basketball tape.
Get on the court.
See what he's doing. What he's doing on the court.
And footwork. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I need to prepare. Just prepare. That's all I can tell you, my brother. Wig's son is the starting center at Waxahachie. So, but don't feel bad.
If we move to realignment, here's something that a lot of people haven't thought about with Waxahachie, because we have just always had Waxahachie as a Division I school, right? If the district that I'm projecting happens, there's a good chance Waxahachie's Division II. Because
who you got him in? I want you to go ahead and break B Ride's heart, because he was trying to he was pitching hard today in the group. I don't know if somebody told you, but he was he was pushing hard for Lake Ridge to be in there with Arlington and Grand Prairie.
Well, here's
I'm
the
just
thing.
saying, why not, man?
The District of Doom, they're losing so many schools. Somebody has to go in there. You're losing DeSoto. Look, I'll be shocked if DeSoto is not 5A. I know they haven't publicly said what they're going to do. If I'm going to Vegas and putting money on DeSoto being 5A or 6A, I'm putting my money on 5A. Okay, so let's just assume, my mock realignment, I have DeSoto 5A. Okay, you got DeSoto, Lancaster, Cedar Hill, and Mesquite all dropping down to 5A. It's 4 schools that have dropped. Who's going to replace them? Well, Red Oak's going to replace them, so that's 1. Who are the other 3?
Probably Lake Ridge going back.
I think it's either Grand Prairie or Mansfield or maybe both. If Horn, I have both because I have Horn shifting east.
Yeah,
because Garland needs a team now because Naaman Forest.
Oh yeah, dropping down.
So,
yeah,
right.
So you don't think they'll take Skyline?
They could, but would you take Skyline or Horn? Like, which one makes more sense to put with Garland?
Right.
Well, Skyline probably closer than Horn.
But Skyline's closer to Duncanville and them too.
Yeah, that's the only thing, man. I'm just trying to get Skyline.
Well, they could take Skyline and Horn to Garland. If they send Wiley east, if they send Wiley and Wiley east north back into Collin County, Garland's only got 6 schools, so you could take Skyline and Horn and put them over with Garland. That would make 8. So you could do that too.
Well, who would be with 10-6A?
10-6A would be basically the same. It'd be a 7-team district. There's no changes there. All 7 of those teams are the same.
Okay. So technically, you probably could put 1 to Garland and 1 to that one and make it 18.
You can do that too. But when you go back to Waxahachie, here's what I'm saying: if Grand Prairie, South Grand Prairie, Lake Ridge, and Mansfield High go in with Duncanville, Waxahachie, and Red Oak, right? If South Grand Prairie and Duncanville make the playoffs, they're both bigger than Waxahachie.
This is true.
Waxahachie would be D2.
Yeah.
So that's like just think about that for a minute when we're talking about like putting Waxahachie with all that they got coming back next year in the D2 bracket. They're gonna be a problem. And there's no DeSoto now because that's the one team that's had Waxahachie's number. Waxahachie's always played Duncanville tougher than DeSoto. For whatever reason, DeSoto is just in their head. But DeSoto's gone probably. They're 5A. So
and they wouldn't have to meet up with Duncanville again either in the 4th round.
No, they'd be D2.
Yeah.
So
I like that, especially with the team they have this next year.
Yeah. But the next 2 years, man, they are ready. I'm telling you, the next 2 years.
Yeah, Waxahachie for the next 2 years is a problem. Now, after that, the new school opens, and I think, talking to people, I think most folks feel, I think their mascot's going to be the Buffaloes. Most feel like Waxahachie Creek, that's the school's Waxahachie Creek. Most feel like that's going to be the better job for the foreseeable future when the schools split.
They on the other side of the railroad tracks.
They're south of town on 35. It's south of town.
They on the other side of the tracks. If y'all know, if you know, you know.
So they're going to do to them what they did to Ennis, basically.
Well, I mean, but they all there. Yeah, basically, yeah.
I mean, Ennis didn't build another high school. Ennis is kind of just not grown. It's just kind of stagnated a little bit, I would say, from what they were. So they had a lot of Ennis is a little further out and they haven't had much growth. It hasn't hit. I don't know if it'll ever hit out there. Ennis, of course, Canada. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but that's just something to think about, J-Mac. We're talking about realignment, that's the kind of stuff that I think people that are outside of the really nerdy high school football world don't think about when you talk about the impacts of UIL realignment. So that's one. Waxahachie being a Division II school. Oh, Bison, that's what it is. My bad. That's
it is kind of like a Buffalo.
Yeah, Bison, Buffalo. Yeah, same thing. So, but yeah. So anyway, that's kind of this one of those things that to think about. I think the other thing I'm thinking about is what happens with. See, I have North Crowley and Crowley going over with Arlington. That's where I have them going. Is North Crowley and Crowley going with Arlington, which has happened in the past. I have that kind of alignment kind of reuniting. So that's kind of the shift that I have locally. Now, I think the big question on the west side of the Metroplex is what does the UIL do out in West Texas? And see, that's the other thing about realignment. And I've talked to, other high school coaches, like the Dallas Morning News, right? They're going to put out a realignment, but they're going to put out a realignment with like 5 districts, and they're just going to do DFW. You can make a nice, pretty realignment if you just do DFW.
Yeah.
But you got to do the whole state, because what happens in El Paso or West Texas impacts Houston, right? It all trickles down. So West Texas, Friendship, they opened up a second high school. So Wolford Friendship is dropping from 6A to 5A. So because they have 2 high schools, they're splitting their enrollment. Now there's only 5 schools in West Texas. You got Midland Lee, they changed back to Midland Lee, Odessa, Permian, and San Angelo. Yeah. That's it. It's just 5. Do you put a 5-team district in West Texas in 6A? Do you have just 5 teams in a district? Or do you send somebody from DFW out there? Well, who's the closest ones out there? Alito and
Weatherford, yeah.
So does that?
How long a drive would that be for them to go to games?
4 hours at least, 4.5 hours probably.
Yeah, that's a long drive.
It's all interstate. It's all interstate, so it's an easy drive, but it's 4.5 hours. But there's people that do that right now.
I would say Friendship travels 2 hours for their for those district games. Yeah,
Lubbock to San Angelo is 3.5 hours. So
yeah.
I mean, it would be a long haul, no doubt. And I think there's a possibility UIL would do that for football only, and then send Alito and Weatherford and Granbury back to the Metroplex for other sports.
Basketball.
So so that's why I have North Crowley shifting to Arlington, because I have Alito and Weatherford going west.
But that's only if the Grand Prairie schools leave, right? Because I don't think anybody from that District 8 is moving anywhere.
No, I have Grand Prairie shifting east, and I have
them filling in.
Opens up that spot. Yeah.
God, I hope not, man. We trying to build something down here in Arlington. We're not ready this year.
Hey man, hey.
Give us 2 more years. 2 more years.
Hey, it's just North Crowley. Like Crowley's okay, but I think the Arlington schools can compete with Crowley. You know, and North Crowley's the big bad wolf, and they're Debo up. The Rams just won. I think they just won.
Yeah, it looked like I ain't gonna lie, they should have been embarrassed for letting them come back like that.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah. So it's just North. It's just one. So Crowley's good, but I think the better Arlington schools can play with Crowley. So
for sure.
So we'll see. So
that would be interesting. I like that. This kind of stuff keeps you up at night.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's what Matt Stepp do.
I'm up. Yeah, you can ask Kyle Ward, Jason Todd, Jack Coleman. They call me. I'm working on my mock realignment. I spend hours in that stuff trying to play with it, and you never can predict what the UIL is going to do, because they, but you can have an idea using the rules. I know what the rules the UIL has, and kind of can make some educated guesses based on just geography alone. So and then, people, you got to think about, when you're putting these puzzle pieces together, like when you're doing this, like the Arlington schools, right? There's 5 of them. So you have to keep them together. Like they're a package deal. You got to shift them somewhere. So if you shift one of them, you got to shift all 5 of them. And so sometimes, especially in Houston, it's not as big of a problem in Dallas, but in Houston, you have a lot of these districts like A-Leaf and Humble and Aldine and Klein that are 3, 4, 5 schools. And so that you have to move these puzzle pieces around in order. So it gets interesting. So, but that's my kind of big thoughts in 6A. I don't think like in Louisville, Denton, there's going to be a lot of changes, or I do think it'll be interesting to see what they do with you got Frisco Wakeland, who's 6A now. They're moving up. A Frisco school is going to be 6A. You got Walnut Grove going all the way from 5A D2 to 6A. So they're gonna have to be put somewhere, and so Walnut Grove is going to be they'll be with Prosper and Rock Hill. So you got all those puzzle pieces to kind of put together.
It's good for that district. That district needs some revamping. I
think that district will get revamped a little bit. I think you may have like Allen and Plano and Wiley and the McKinney schools together, and I think you may have like what's left with Prosper and Little Elm and Frisco Wakeland, and the 3 Prosper schools, Little Elm, Frisco Wakeland, kind of in a hodgepodge district. I could see that too. So that's kind of my big thoughts on 6A, J Mac. So
I'm gonna pull up this 5AD1 if that's okay.
Yeah, because I just redid those this weekend, man.
Yeah, this is the redo. Now explain. I do want you to explain why they moved the line.
Yeah, Ralph Thomas, Jacody Coleman, and Steven Jackson were on my ass this weekend when I was in Corpus Christi. about doing a new mock realignment. I was like, man, I'm in a coach. So I sat down last night in the hotel. This is how much of a sicko I am, Jamie. I was sitting in a hotel on the water in Corpus Christi, looking at palm trees, and I'm in here in my hotel room doing a mock realignment while the Seahawks are kicking the 49ers ass.
Well, you had time.
I did. So I redid 5A Division I and Division II last night. So UIL on Friday, I got a tease that this might happen, and I actually got a heads up on it a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't put it together. Basically, what happened is after the fact, it sounds like Fort Worth ISD and Houston ISD and a couple of other districts decided they wanted to opt up all their schools that were Division II into Division I after the numbers were released. And so that by doing that, it really threw off the balance between D2 and D1. There was a lot more schools in D1 than there were in D2. So they had to kind of tweak the number to not totally balance it, but make it a little more in line. I think if memory serves, I had the list of schools. I think it was like 8 schools that were originally going to be D1 that moved down to D2. And I don't think any of them were in the Metroplex. I think the closest one was Wichita Falls Legacy. Okay. Most of the schools that got impacted were either in Houston or South Texas. So
now, somebody said Emerson.
Frisco Emerson. Yeah, Frisco Emerson was the only one that got impacted. Sorry, you're right. And Frisco Emerson. I forgot about Frisco Emerson. So they did their. So it was more to
we all forget about Frisco Emerson.
We did, the 1 year they had their year, and they had Hawkins, and they actually gave stock a pretty good
Cinderella
game.
story.
Yeah. But yeah, so they just basically tried to even out Division I, Division II a little bit more. So because basically what was going to happen is Division I was going to have some 9 and 10 team districts if they didn't take some schools out. So that's basically what happened. So that's kind of the gist of the news on Friday. It was kind of rare that the UIL did that. So just shows you how many issues they kind of had with the D1, D2 cut line. So
yeah. Now I want to and if it's okay, I'm gonna bring your mock up for a few.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. It's fine.
Everybody should be
you should be a subscriber. You should be. Please subscribe.
Please.
I do appreciate it.
Don't be a hoe. Subscribe to Dave Campbell. Is that a bad motto?
Y'all need a t-shirt that says "Don't be a hoe."
Well, I'll work that with the marketing department.
Hey, y'all need a t-shirt for that, man.
But hey, if we use it, J-Mac, we gotta give you royalties for that.
No, that's free on the house.
Oh, okay.
That's on the house. It just gonna cost you a Wednesday night show on the pickle.
You ain't talked to my agent about that, Mrs. Stepp. You ain't talked to Mrs. Stepp about that.
I'm working on it, man. Trust me, I'm working. I think we got something coming.
You got an NIL deal for me? All right.
Hey, I ain't working for free next year, so we got some stuff.
Hey, listen,
down the pipe. We got some stuff coming down the pipe.
Nobody likes to work for free, and that's why I say support the Dove and take care of these guys because nobody will like working for free. You don't want to work for free, so why should they work for free?
Yes, sir. And the good Lord is gonna bless us. We're gonna be all right next year. So I'm gonna pull it up, and we're gonna go 5A D1 first.
Okay.
Got it right here. There it is.
This is the kind of content you get with the Dave Campbell subscription here.
Say it again. Don't be a hoe. Go subscribe. You dig?
Well, he did say that fact.
So if you want to move, I think District 3 is the first Metroplex district, J-Mac, if you want to scroll down. District 1 is El Paso. District 2 is West Texas.
Okay, I see. Okay, this is 1.
Yes, let's go down.
2. Because, they got it going across, so that's how, because they're going to Highland Park right there. Yeah, Denton right here.
Yeah, so what I did is if you scroll down to District 3.
I start at 3 right there.
That's basically like your I had Denton with those schools originally, but I decided to move Saginaw and Chisholm Trail over because that's kind of a Northwest Tarrant County, Fort Worth district. Mm-hmm. Thought Saginaw and Chisholm Trail made a better fit there. And then Fort Worth, Burleson, Centennial, and Cleburne are celebrating if they get this alignment. Let me tell you, they'll be happy as hell. District 4.
You ain't lying.
They do a Fort Worth ISD.
Man.
Yeah.
So you ain't gonna be able to tell Centennial nothing.
They're gonna be balling.
Yeah. Even though I don't think they'll beat Heights. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they beat Heights.
Heights lost a lot though. They graduated pretty heavy, but they had a great year last year. Man, shout out to Heights. They made the third round of the playoffs. Fort Worth ISD made the third round of the playoffs. So second year.
That is impressive.
Yeah,
give it up. Hey, this 3A, this 3, and guys, if y'all got something on these districts, you can chime in. This 3-5A, I'm looking at it. What are we expecting from Chisholm Trail with Nash second year?
I expect. I saw them in the last game of the season. They had some good young talent. I think having a full. He got hired like in July, so he had to really kind of do everything that Holmes had done and just kind of try to hold it together. And I think a full off season, you'll see this is going to look like more of a Marvin Nash team. We'll see we'll see if it's an improvement from Coach Holmes. I think just Coach Holmes set a great foundation for Coach Nash to build on. I expect them to be good. I think District 3, Richland's over here got to be like happy as hell.
That's what I was going to say. They
should be happy.
Man.
So I think Richland and Chisholm Trail and Brewer probably will be the 3 kind of teams to beat on paper in that district. So if it happens, and the reason why I moved Denton over from District 3 to District 5 mainly was because District 5 lost Frisco Emerson. So it only left 6 teams in that district. And I didn't think the UIL was going to do a 16 district. So I had a decision to make. Do I want to put Denton in District 5 or District 6? So if you go up to District 5, the reason why I chose Denton, I thought it was a little easier from a travel standpoint than putting Sherman and Melissa in Frisco because they're driving through McKinney and McKinney is sitting there. So it's like you can't move all 3. So I felt like moving 2 made more sense. And then District 6 is kind of your McKinney North, Sherman, Melissa, because Melissa's moving up to Division 1. And then I think you've got the Carrollton schools in there, which they're probably not real happy about that alignment either. And Highland Park's in there too. So it's a District 6 is a booger bear.
So we could have a Melissa Highland Park matchup.
In District, yeah. And then District 7 is kind of your old Southern Sector district with DeSoto,
I like that one. Yeah.
Lancaster, and then you threw in the Mansfield Summit, Mansfield Legacy. You got Midlothian in there, and then Crandall is moving up from Division 1 to Division 2, so Crandall is in there too, kind of that south of I-20 kind of district there.
Oh yeah,
is kind of what I had with District 7. Then District 8 is kind of your leftovers with DISD, Mesquite ISD, Naaman Forest, and Tyler. Because you got to put Tyler somewhere. Tyler's still in there. So you got to do something with Tyler. So I felt like Tyler to Mesquite and Garland made the most sense with that alignment. So that was kind of my thinking on doing that. So we'll see if it happens. But it's just kind of when I was putting these districts together, you can kind of see there's a flow from a geographic standpoint with each district.
Man, I can't imagine a point differential on DeSoto's record in this district, man. They're gonna be tearing through those teams. But I like that for Summit because I feel like Summit is, especially with Cameron Hall coming back. I hate to say it, but that is a one-man wrecking crew. They're like so close.
That's the DN, right? That's the DN.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a monster.
They are so close to, like, they showed it this year that they can get there. So I think this level of competition, it's gonna make or break you. So I like that for Summit.
I mean, I think Cedar Hill and Lancaster, I expect Cedar Hill especially to be improved next year. I do think they'll be better next year if they can keep, all their kids there and not having Jay Mackin out of there. Lancaster's going to be just interesting because you got new coaching staff and everything, but I do think Cedar Hill will be improved. Man, obviously, DeSoto is a huge favorite. Honestly, DeSoto's probably, it's January 18th, but you'd be hard-pressed to find me picking anybody but DeSoto to win state if they're 5A Division I next year.
Right.
I think they'll be pretty
they're gonna be crazy. But I will say this: I think that the new heated rivalry is gonna be DeSoto and Lancaster. Because I don't know if you noticed, but it's a lot of ex-DeSoto people over at Lancaster. Yeah, Jack. People don't know that, but Jack is a DeSoto graduate. They just
he's a DeSoto grad. Yeah.
Yeah, they just hired Haspar the second. And
he's over there.
Well. Yeah.
My bad. I'll be quiet, Jay, man.
Diamond Hills, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
I just saw a funny text, Jay Mac. You're talking about Coach Brown. this is how cold Coach Samp is. Coach Brown, he said, I left Samp off, and 10 minutes later, my job was posted.
Damn. Oh, man.
That is Samp to a T, man.
That is Samp, man.
That is, man.
Damn.
That's why I love Sam. He just an old grouchy asshole. He just don't care.
Crack it up, man.
He just don't care. He just
That is funny, man. He is funny, man.
But one thing that didn't get my my bad, J-Man.
Now go ahead.
I'll say something that got my eye at the top though was Lone Star in their district. They had Denton Ryan on there, and I know we're kind of at the. It looks like we're emerging into a Lone Star potential dynasty if they can, finish the job. But I like that. That adds a whole new chapter to that book.
Yeah, this is a good district. That's that 5-5A, right?
That's good. I think if Denton and Frisco, that'll be a fun district. Denton Ryan and Lone, but Frisco always is Lakeland's gone, but Reedy always gives Lone Star a good game. Frisco Heritage is going to have a new coach next year, so I'll be really interested to see what direction they go in next year too. So, but you got Denton Ryan, Reedy, Lone Star. That should be a fun district.
I like that.
If it happens, I'm just saying, so. What Jesse White had a question. I think he was asking what I did with Highland Park or something. What was he?
Yeah, he asked. Well, he said why, but this is just a mock. This is a mock, Jesse. But go ahead, you can explain why though.
Well, mainly because I guess he wants to know why I didn't have Highland Park in District 7, right?
Yeah.
DeSoto, yeah.
Well, I mean, I have all. If you look at District 7, it's all south of I-20.
Yeah,
I kept it geographically consistent, being all south of I-20. If you look at Highland Park in the district, that district generally tends north, and Highland Park is North Dallas, essentially. So that's kind of why I have them going. Carrollton to Highland Park is not very far. That's why I kind of got them going up the tollway there. Just made more sense than sending them through downtown.
And I tell you what, my man Raphael might make the playoffs. If this is it, he got put him in the DISD district with Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
You would have. Well, I think Neiman Forest may be the favorite because I just like that coach. I just like that coach, but other than that,
I think that'll be a competitive district. I think it'll be. Mesquite's got a really good freshman class that are going to be sophomores next year. They got a really good group coming back. Jack's done a great job at West Mesquite building that thing up. We'll see if the next coach can take it to the next level. Tyler made the playoffs last year. They still got that. They still got some really good skill talent. And then you got North Mesquite made the playoffs last year. Coach Cedar, is doing a good job there. One of the best guys in the business. Naaman Forest was a 6A playoff team last year. So I think it'll be tough for the DISD schools. I think really it's going to be 5 schools fighting for 4 spots.
Yeah, that one looks good.
I like that. So Garland would let Neiman Forest go to 5A because I thought they pretty much always sent everybody up 6A.
But because Naaman Forest turned in D2 numbers, they petitioned the district to only opt them up 1 division instead of 2 divisions.
Okay.
So because they turned in Naaman Forest turned in 1822 or something. So if they were opting up, they would be 2 divisions opted up. And so they asked to just be opted up 1 division. So Naaman Forest by their enrollment should really be 5AD2.
Yeah, but I think 5AD1 fits them better.
I agree. And if they get that district now, they could get it. They're a one-off, so the UIL could take them and say, hey, because they're not tied to anybody else in 5A. They're a one-off, so the UIL could shift them north, and it might get real ugly real quick.
Yeah. Well, even if you put them in, they put them in this 6-5A.
Yeah,
it'll be
tough.
A little hard. Yeah,
tough.
Jay.
Yeah, it'll be a little hard, but hopefully they keep them right there.
So
we'll go to Division 2 here in a minute. But yeah, no, I like that, and like you said, I think DeSoto will probably have to follow Todd's scheduling a very hard pre-district. Even though, like I said, I think Lancaster is going to be a tough game.
Yeah, Cedar Hill will be tough, and they're going to play Duncanville. We know that. So I think they're playing Duncanville week 3. I think.
Yeah, it's either week 2 or week 3. They all play Duncanville. So
can I put Matt on the spot real quick?
Go for it. We love to see Matt on the spot.
No, because I kind of
backpedal a little bit.
I'm genuinely curious. On that side, I guess Region 3, I'm assuming is where they would be. Richmond Randall, where do they stand in terms of favorites and 5AD1 on that side of the bracket? Are they looking at, they probably going to be back in the state championship? Or
I mean, I think they could, but 5A it's a little tougher in 5AD1 and Region 3 because you got You got Angleton, and Angleton's got 2 jammers playing for their team. When you got a jammer that plays for Angleton, them dudes are dogs. I mean, if you remember Quentin Jammer, his 2 sons play for Angleton, and both of them are dogs. Laporte, they had a collapse in the first round of the playoffs last year. But they bring a ton back. Pflugerville Weiss brings a ton back. Their coach got hired late last year.
Right.
Coach Hill came from Prosper and got hired late June and did a great job. And they got to the 3rd round of the playoffs. College Station, A&M Consolidated are always tough. So, I think Iowa Colony is Division I now. So
I was gonna say they went with them too.
Yeah, so it's Port Arthur Memorial was a state semifinalist last year. They graduated a ton, but so it's definitely, I would say Randall is one of the favorites, but I definitely think last year in Region 3, it was pretty much, we knew it was Randall and Iowa Colony.
I was going to say that was the matchup.
They were going to cruise. They were going to cruise into the regional final. Now you're going to have to play some tough games early. The path is tougher.
Okay. That's interesting. I think that makes that because like you said, I knew about Angleton and Laporte, but throwing those 2 teams in there, it's going to be a lot more interesting.
Pflugerville Weiss, A&M Consolidated. Yeah, it's tough. So,
okay.
No, Jesse, I don't think they're gonna have 4 non-district games. I don't think they're gonna play. I don't think Duncanville gonna play SOC if they get those games. Because I know they got Allen and DeSoto, but
yeah, they may scrimmage. I think Duncanville's playing Cedar Hill too. Nick told me that they were probably playing Cedar Hill, Duncanville, and non-district. So.
Yeah, so that's your 3 games right there.
Unless Duncanville gets in a 17 district, then they'd have to scramble to find a 4th game, which would be tough. I mean, because they have a hard enough time finding games. Man, the problem is they can't play SOC week 4 because we're going to talk about SOC in a minute. I got some news about that I don't think SOC fans are going to like too much. So,
well, let's bring it up, then, Matt. Let's bring it up. And if y'all like this is brought to you by Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell. New mock realignment. You did.
Completed Saturday night in the hotel.
Completed, fresh off the presses.
Fresh off the press.
So if you go to District 5, we'll go right to it as I mentioned it. District 5,
right here.
If you look, it's a 9-team district now.
Ooh.
Because Molina, it was an 8-team district. Molina drops down from 5A D1 to D2.
Okay.
Here's the kicker. Spruce actually has a 4A enrollment. For some reason, they're opting up to 5A. I confirmed that Wednesday or Thursday night. I confirmed Spruce was opting up.
Damn.
Why that's important?
Carter and Kimball.
They want that Carter whooping.
I would love.
Right.
I'm being real. I would love to know why Spruce is opting up. I don't see any reason why they would opt up. To me, I don't understand why you would do it in all sports. Because you opt up in football, you opt up for everything. So they're 5A in everything. They have 4A numbers. I don't get it, but maybe there's something that I'm just not aware of. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But nonetheless, they have apparently chosen that path. Well, why that's big is now it's a 9-team district. SOC's only going to get 2 non-district games now,
unless they talk them into whatever they did the last time.
The last time they had 10 teams, they were able to do it because they had 10. 9. I don't think you can zone a 9-team district because it's uneven.
Okay, zone 9. Yeah, you just stuck.
So maybe there's a way.
Wow.
And I'm sure if there's a way, but that really hurts South Oak.
Yeah, those games are important.
Yes.
That hurts.
Now they only got 2 of them. So that really impacts South Oak Cliff in a negative way. So
hey man, y'all better pull out that trap money and get the bribing folks and get Spruce back down.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Crazy, Jay.
Especially in a district that's already spoken for. I mean, like, no disrespect, every kid has a chance, but you have no chance in that district. Like that's
not to win it.
Not
to win it. I mean, maybe they feel like they have a better chance of making the playoffs. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, well, maybe they feel like it's easier to make the playoffs. Like, because when you look at their district, you're just looking at the DISD, and Wilson they're not great. Molina, God bless Molina.
But I mean, it's the same at the 4A level, though. It's all the Dallas schools with Wilmer.
They might not be Kimball. I mean, Spruce lost last year. Woodrow beat him 37-0 last year. Samuel beat him by 40. They lost to Seagoville by 2 touchdowns. So they weren't like the only teams they beat were TJ and Adamson. So you go to 4A
and they opted to stay there. Maybe they feel like they can get their league back.
That's maybe I don't know. I'd love. I mean, like I said, there may be some underlying reason that I just don't know about, but it puzzles me, and it really negatively it has a negative impact to South Oak Cliff, which is
maybe they just want to screw over Sock. I ain't mad at you. Be petty, this Spruce. Be petty.
Yeah, maybe Sock made him mad, man. I don't know. It's crazy. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So
yeah, because it don't help them, but it definitely hurts somebody. So I get it. I get it.
That district right there is pretty. I like that one.
I like this one. You talking about 6-5A?
Yeah, I like that one.
That's kind of that. It's kind of similar to 6-6A, and where it's kind of a hodgepodge of that Collin County kind of area. Just like these 1-off, 2-off schools, that kind of Nevada Community. God bless them. They're moving up after going. They're moving up to 5A. They went 0-10 last year. Pray for them. You got the New Prosper School. You got Anna. You got Lovejoy. You got Denison. You got the Colony. You got Salina moving up. I expect Salina. For what I've been told, I do expect them to take a pretty significant step back next year. They graduated really heavy. Obviously, other stuff going on, but just from a football standpoint, they lost a lot. So I think Salina. Honestly, I think Anna's going to run through the district. So they got some J Mackin going on over there. Denton Geyer's quarterback's at Anna now. Cedar Hill's running back I heard was at Anna. So,
but
who don't want to live in crime free?
They're gonna be tough, man. Seth Parr does a great job, man. He's a heck of a coach. He's that offense. He gets that offense cooking.
Hold on, man. Who don't want to play for this guy?
Thank you. Love the dub.
Yes, sir. Give us a salute.
Oh, how y'all do? Y'all just doing that salute? All right. I like. Boom. I pop it.
There you go. I actually met Coach Parr's brother this weekend down at Corpus Christi. He's the head football coach down there at A&M Kingsville.
That's what's up. I didn't know that.
Yeah. His brother's the head coach at A&M Kingsville, so I met him. He looks just like Seth too. They look a lot alike. So
yeah. Is he cool himself though? Seth is a cool cat. I ain't gonna lie.
He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. I don't know if he's as cool as Seth, but he's cool, dude. He's a cool guy. So
and shout out to Mrs. Parr, because she's a great person too. Yeah. And she's a big fan of the dub. So
there you go. I think Anna's going to be really good again next year. So that's an interesting district. District 7, I think, is kind of your fringe DFW kind of Corsicana, NS. I think Poteet got thrown in there, and I sent them down to Waco to Central Texas, so they'll be kind of out of the area. But then you got a couple of fringe DFW teams there in District 8 with Terrell and Greenville going east. And the reason why is because East Texas only has 6 schools now. So Jacksonville dropped down to 4A. So I just don't think they're going to have a 16 district. So who makes the most sense to go east? It was either Greenville, Terrell, or Corsicana, in my opinion. So I put Terrell and Greenville out there and sent Corsicana down to Waco.
That's harder for Terrell, though, man, because
I think Terrell's going to honestly probably run through that district. Texas High is going to be way down next year. Okay. Marshall is going to be way down next year. Mount Pleasant will still be really good. I think Mount Pleasant and Terrell might be the 2 best teams in that district. But watch out for White House's sophomore. They got an incoming sophomore class pretty loaded. They might be the team to beat in East Texas in a couple of years.
Okay.
And they got some young Pat Mahomes coming through there.
Hey man, hey Pops be running around there. He be on that drink. He probably don't put. He got the kids coming up.
Yeah.
Is that wrong? My bad.
Hey, no.
District 3. If you go back over to Region 1, District 3 is kind of that Tarrant County district with Tarrant and Johnson County with Seguin, Timberview, Midlow Heritage is in there. Everman, Burleson, Joshua did not opt up this time, so they'll be in Division 2. They didn't opt up. And then I threw Eagle Mountain up from Class 4A in there as well. So that's kind of that district, kind of a Tarrant County heavy district.
That's a big jump for Eagle Mountain, though, right?
They're going from 4A D2 to 5A D2. They're jumping 2 divisions. That's how fast their enrollment shot up.
Yeah. Boy, they ready for that. That's the only thing.
We'll see. I think this district, honestly, I think this district is, really, Timberview and Seguin would probably be the 2 favorites coming in.
I agree.
I'm sorry, Timberview and Heritage be the two favorites with Seguin kind of as that number 3. I think that 4 spot would really be up for grabs between Burleson, Joshua, and Eagle Mountain. And just pray for my Everman Bulldogs. just going through it these days.
We gotta get Everman. Yeah.
They got open enrollment too. They still can't win. They got open enrollment, Jason.
They still can't win.
I know.
Hey, Jason Todd has said this a lot. You win state championships with admin. So read between the lines. And it ain't the AD, is admin above. The setup is bad at Everman. They're never going to win if they continue on the path they're on. Sadly, because it hurts my heart. My heart. District 4 is kind of a Frisco district, but I threw Grapevine and Colleyville in there. Emerson being in there kind of made it a nice fit.
I'm gonna be honest. This is a tough district, man. This might be a district of doom right here.
Yeah, Argyle, Colleyville. And then you got Panther Creek moving up from 4A. They got the receiver that moved in from Life Oak. So he's going to be a big time player for them. Frisco was always competitive. They're moving down from D1. They were right there in the playoff. I think they made the playoffs last year in D1. So District 4 is a good district.
Everybody's fighting for second, in my opinion. I think Argyle's going to handle that one a little top heavy, but
I've heard some rumblings. Argyle got a QB that moved in too. I'm not ready to go public with the name.
It's the last thing they needed.
J-Mac, I'll call you and let you know what I heard.
Yeah, let me know. But I would be surprised.
Off the record.
I wonder, do you think any of those Argyle Liberty Christian kids might want to go back home?
They all live in Argyle. I think a lot of those kids live like in Keller area. I don't know how many of them actually live in Argyle.
Oh, okay.
But
the ones that do,
you're right. They had a coaching change at Liberty Christian, so Jason Witten's off to OU.
Cause I wonder is his son gonna stay at Liberty Christian or will he go?
It's a great question. I think they've been pretty quiet about that and not tipping their hand just yet.
Cause his recruiting is pretty much done. So now you just playing out.
I was gonna say we know. Yeah, that was.
We know where he's going now.
That was a package deal. Yeah. Great move too by Oklahoma. Damn, that was a great move.
Smart. I just hate they was that smart to think of that. But
Texas.
We got a year to change his mind. We got a year.
Miss Lydia's over here just celebrating right now. She over here just. I know she's celebrating right now.
Hey, B Rise too. He Oklahoma.
Oh, that's right. B Rise, you are an OU fan.
Oh yeah.
But now, so looking at that, I do like that. B-Rod forgot he was an OU fan.
Yeah. I think the biggest question I have in class, if you go down to Class 4A, and if you look at my mock realignments, which are somewhere on Dave Campbell's website, they're probably further down. The big question I have in 4A locally is I have not confirmed whether or not DISD opted up Lincoln, Roosevelt. Wilmer Hutchins actually had a D2 number. Wilmer Hutchins actually turned in D2 numbers.
Oh, wow.
So did they opt those 3 up to D1 or not? I'm guessing they did, but I haven't confirmed it. That's one big question that I have. I think there's a chance that you could see like Alvarado and Kennedale go south into like Waco with Stephenville. I could see them shifting south just based on the numbers and things. I do know Fort Worth opted up their Division II schools to Division I. So Fort Worth is probably going to have their own 4A D1 district now. So like Benbrook and Dunbar were in Division II last alignment. They're going to be back in D1. So Fort Worth will have their own 4A district, which will be good. Yeah, good for those schools.
Yeah. That'd be interesting for basketball in terms of like Carter and playing that district. That'll be fun for basketball.
Yeah. So 4A is always a little tougher to predict because you got so many towns and you got really far on the outskirts. The one thing I do know is that District 7, that District of Doom and 4A is getting broken up because Salina and Nevada Community and Panther Creek all went up to 5A. Mm-hmm. So that district's getting all broken up. So, but yeah, that's my that's kind of February 2nd will be fun. We're actually going to do if you can't make if you've got to work or you're not in the media and can't get over to you're not able to go to Birdville, we are going to have a live broadcast for free on Dave Campbell's YouTube of the realignment announcement. We'll have the districts and everything, do some analysis. We'll have some coaches on at Birdville live on the air. I think the announcement is at 9:00 on Monday, February 2nd.
Yeah. So you watch Dave Campbell, get it live.
Then I know there'll be will the emergency show Monday, or you're gonna wait till Wednesday and do a show, J Mac?
We'll do the emergency show either Monday night or Wednesday. But if we there, we'll have content from it. I don't think we'll go live. We'll just probably record some stuff. But we'll definitely have it. I would like to do an emergency show, but if not, we'll do a Wednesday for sure.
There you go.
And that Sunday, of course, we got to break it down.
There you go. Got to. Well, the next Sunday, you'll be on the day before realignment, the night before, and then you'll have to do the week later.
The next Sunday, yeah.
So it's always a big day. The realignment is the one thing that impacts every school in the state of Texas. Like every school it touches, the sorriest schools and the best schools, it impacts them in some way. So even like South Oak Cliff, right? Like I talked to Todd last week, and we are like, I was like, well, Monday realignment day is not going to be too big for you. You kind of already know who your district is going to be, but it's the districts around you that really get impacted because that really shapes what your playoff path is, who you're going to play the first round, the second round, that kind of thing. So your regions, like realignment last year. Who would have thought PNG would have been put in Region 2 last year? I sure as hell didn't. So that's the stuff that really gets into the weeds of realignment. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a fun day every 2 years, and it gives me something to talk about in the depths of the offseason besides coaching changes.
Yeah, and I want to go just experience it. And plus, I want to see who ducking smoke. I want to see who walking by the board and not putting their name up there.
Shit, man, there's so many people in there. You have a hard time keeping up, man. It's so many people in that room. It's like the New York Stock Exchange in that room. It's crazy. But
if I do make it, man, let's all go out for lunch afterwards.
Oh, I got a spot. I got a Mongolian grill that I like right behind the stadium. It's called Chan's Mongolian Grill. Man, get that big old plate. Get the 2 bowls and put all the chicken in there and get the fried rice with the egg.
Let's do it.
Okay, yeah, man. I'll be for lunch, man.
Yeah,
B-Rise, you can be healthy. You just get the chicken and the veggies. You be good to go.
Yeah, for real.
I'm trying to lose a little weight this off season. So
man. I'm there, man.
We all are, man. Me too.
Okay, for lunch, yeah, we gonna there.
And it's lunch, so we go to the gym afterwards.
Yeah,
there you go.
My tags expire January 31st, so I know where I'm going afterwards. It's straight to the DP is right there too. It's like right there. 26. I'll be right over there afterwards.
Yeah,
go to Birdville and then go get my tags.
That's dope, man. Hey, I ain't bad. Hey,
convenience is key. I was like, that's a good day to go get my tag. That's February 2nd. I'm gonna ride dirty February 1st, but February 2nd I'll be getting the tags done. So
there you go. Hey, don't they give you like 5-day grace?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So you good.
They can't give you no ticket, man. It's Black History Month, dog.
That's right. Yeah.
No, you adopted, so yeah, man. They can't give you no ticket.
You February 1st, man. Tell me you was at the cookout. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. And I'll be I'll wherever y'all decide to do the birthday thing that week. I'll try to show up. So
yeah, we definitely do it because we got Raymond. I'm trying to get him to do sugar-free cake, but maybe he'll do a half and half or something. I don't know.
There you go.
Okay. Because I know Willow wants the sugar-free, but Pat probably don't. So it's just we got to work it out. Maybe a sugar-free cake with sugar icing.
Here's my thing about that, right? If you gonna eat cake, just eat some damn cake and have sugar on it. Like this, it's cake. If you want to be healthy, just don't eat the cake.
Just don't eat the cake. Yeah, we ain't gonna do shit.
I like some good logic.
Yeah,
just don't eat the cake. Like my wife tried to give me some. My wife tried to make some gluten-free. What the fuck?
I don't want it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm either gonna eat it or I'm not.
Yeah, I don't want this. Like, make me some cookies. I want brown butter. I want all the butter. I want all the chocolate chips. I want extra butter in the cookies. Like, what are we talking about here?
I ain't drinking no Diet Coke. I want a big Coke.
If I'm gonna be healthy, I'm gonna drink water. If I'm gonna be healthy, I'm gonna have a water.
I'm drinking it, D-Rise. Coke Zero, baby.
80 calories. I don't care. 80 calories of sugar. I don't care, bro.
Well, that's dope, man. I appreciate you having me up. Thanks for doing the show, J Mac. I needed something to do tonight. I'm off tomorrow, so I was like, I can stay up late tonight.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Real quick, who you got tomorrow night?
Oh man, Indiana.
Oh yeah,
I ain't pick against Indiana. They just got a great team. They just got a great team, man. They just got their. I'm a big fan of their coach. I like Signetti. So I think he's a great coach. He's done a heck. I never would have thought the Indiana Hoosiers would be at football power. It's crazy. That dude has won everywhere he's been. Like people forget. Like when he got to James Madison, he turned James Madison into a powerhouse at their level, and then helped them transition. James Madison was playing FCS like 5 years ago.
Yep.
And this year they were in the playoff. Now, whether or not they deserve to be in the playoff is another question. But the fact they were in the playoff,
They were there, yeah.
a lot of it's because of what he built at James Madison, and he just takes it and turns Indiana around. Like I thought last year they were kind of a one-hit wonder. They turn around and they're even better. Like Indiana, like
that dude can coach, man.
He can.
Go back. They beat the brakes off Oregon. Like Oregon did not belong on the same field with them. And Oregon is really, really good, and Indiana just made light work of them. I think Indiana's gonna. I think Miami will hang in there because Miami does play good defense. I think their defense will keep them in it, but I think Indiana wins by, I'll say 14 points. Indiana by 2 touchdowns.
Ooh, what you got, B-Rod?
Man, Jay, I got Indiana by 10. Like I said, I think Miami, they are at home, so we got to give them that. Because, that crowd going to be rocking. But, man, I think Indiana, man, once that defense set in, they did their first drive. After that first drive, man, it's gonna be ugly, Jay. So I'll say it's gonna be a low scoring game.
Yeah.
But I think I got Indiana though.
Who you got, my man Solomon?
I got the same thing, man. I don't go against Destiny, and every couple of years it looks like there's a team from Destiny. Like I always go back to that Florida State with Jameis Winston. All the right stuff happens. I'm not going against Indiana, man. I got Indiana.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going Indiana because I'm just tired of looking at Mike Irvin. I'm just tired of it. No more crashing out for Mike. I just don't want to see Mike over there.
Was it last week that said Michael Irvin a crackhead because he got a 6-pack at his age? Like he's
that's yes. I mean, they're the only people you see over 50 with a 6-pack. You either like a professional bodybuilder or your ass.
I was laughing so hard. I was cracking up when I heard that.
He got a full 7-pack and everything. Damn,
yeah. And that must. Yeah, come on now. We know.
So my idea next year, I'm pitching this to my bosses next year. Is how they have the coaches cast for the college football national championship game.
Yeah,
we don't have broadcast rights. We couldn't show the game, but I want to do like a Texas high. I want to get like 4 Texas high school football coaches in our Dave Campbell studio and watch the
game
and commentate on the game. You can multi-screen it. You have the game up here with the volume turned down, and you have the high school coaches with the volume turned up. Just give an analysis, seeing what they see.
I would say
from
that
a coach's standpoint.
I was trying to get that. I was trying to get that this year, but I can't get jokers to act right. Maybe you can. Well, you put, if Matt wanted, he could probably get it. But J-Mac wanted.
We used to.
Ain't nobody got time.
We did a couple of years ago. We did some watch-alongs at Dave Campbell's with high school games during the playoffs. Like we would have Texan Live game on, but we had the rights to it, so we would show the game. But instead of the play-by-play of the commentator, we would have like Ward came in our office and did one. Shavers did one. We did one with DJ Mann. Riley Dodge came in and did one. It's like we had some good coaches that came in and did. So we did that a few years ago. I'd like to do that maybe with the college football national championship.
With college, I think it would be dope because I'm telling you, man,
they'd be unfiltered. They'd be unfiltered. Like the high school games, even the high school coaches.
Yeah, they politically correct.
They weren't going to be like, oh man, that was a dumbass move there. That guy wasn't thinking. So I think with the college guys, you might get a little more unfiltered. So we may have to do that next year.
Like that.
But I just like it because I love to see they point of view from when they watch it. When you talk to a high school coach,
they watch it from a different.
Watching football, they just watching it from a whole different.
They're watching. I'm guilty of this as a fan, especially when I'm watching a game. I'm just watching the ball, and I'm just watching, because I'm a fan. I'm taking my journalist hat off and watching the ball. And even as a journalist, sometimes, especially when I'm statting the game, I have to watch the ball because you gotta do the stats. Whereas coaches will watch the line play and the front play, and they're seeing all the other things that the layperson doesn't see, and then they're pointing it out. And they're seeing stuff happen before it happens, and this is where he's going, that kind of thing. And so you like to get that perspective. So that may be something we do next year. I'm gonna throw that out to my
look at that.
Powers that be that We'll if you're a Texas high school football coach and you want to do that, we'll holler at you. We'll feed you. We do feed you. If you come in and do it. We ordered pizza.
But it's dope. That's something I love it. That's why I like to get some on here to talk about it after the game, just to Because the best person to watch a game, I'm gonna let you off, man, but is Ray Gates. And you watch a game with Ray Gates, he will give you every play breakdown. He will tell you what's in the folder. He would give you all the percentages of the down distance, like, and it don't even take him long. It's like regular conversation. It's just like we up there watching the game. He be like, it's like 29% if they go for it right here, guys. It's just like you just be spitting stuff off, man, and it's just crazy. You just looking like, damn, you know that.
I just had my first high school coach text me saying he was in. If we did it,
there you go.
And it was Joe Sam. It was Joe Sam. He texted me say he's in. So
now tell Joe Sam why he ain't want to do it when the Dub want to do it.
I mean, he may not have got.
No, Joe Sam, you ain't getting no excuse. We ain't gonna let Matt give you no excuse, Joe. I want to text saying you down for the Dub to do it too.
Here's a Gates. So during the state semifinals, I was watching Shiner play. They were playing Mount Enterprise in the semifinals, and I was at the game. And so Gates, obviously, he's watching Shiner because his kinfolk played for Shiner, and he graduated from there. He's watching the game on Texan Live, and so I already know what's going to happen because I'm watching it live. And there's like a delay when you're watching the web stream, and Gates is watching it. He's telling me what play they're going to run, and by God, if they hadn't just run that play. And he was like, it's going to hit for a touchdown. And this shit hit for a touchdown. Like Gates, yeah, he called it. Now, it was a tight end pop pass. He's like, he goes, tight end pop pass coming right here. And sure enough, they ran tight end pop pass for a touchdown.
I'm telling you, man, when we watch a game with Gates, I'd be amazed at how he be calling it. Like, you remember how everybody was crazy about how Romo was doing it when he first started? Dog, Gates do that stuff from like right here. Like, when we just chilling right here.
Yeah.
Gates doing it. Like he calling it. He keep telling you what the percentages are. He telling you what the what they call that, the envelope or the folder. You know what I'm talking about?
He got the analytics. Yeah, Gates.
The analytics. Yeah, he give you all the analytics. It's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, man. You got to watch a game with Coach Gates. I'm telling you.
I like that.
That dude know football, and he know it to the T. Like he ain't just in there hating. Like he ain't just in there like, oh man, I wouldn't go for that, man. No, that ain't Gates. He telling you, he telling you his opinion, and he telling you why, and it's all part of the conversation. It's just like regular talk. And I will give Jacoby too. He do it too.
Yeah, he does too.
Yeah, Jacoby does.
Here's the thing about Jacoby. This is how I know Jacoby a ball knower. Obviously, he's a ball knower, right? I was at a game in Houston on a Saturday, and Jacoby, instead of watching college football, is watching this high school game on Texas Live that I'm at in the press box. And he calls me because he's like, why? Because they were having the quarterback run to the sideline to get the play, and then he would run back in. He was like, why are they doing that? He's watching how the school is getting their play calls in. He's not watching like just the game.
Yep.
He's watching the operation. And he goes, are they having their quarterback run to the coach and get the play and then run back to the huddle? And I was like, they sure are. He's like, and he just couldn't believe it. But he's watching that. That's the kind of stuff that a coach looks at. A fan would never even think about that. I wasn't even watching it at first. I was watching the ball, and then you see the court. And I was like, yeah, the quarterback is running to get the play. Then come like most coaches are signaling it in, and they were having him run to the sideline and run back. And sure enough, in the fourth quarter, that quarterback was exhausted. All the extra running.
Well, you got to stay on your hash. After that, you got to stay on your hash.
Hey, Jacoby be on it. He knows everything. Like he'll text me sometimes. He's like, "Oh, you watching this?" Like, yeah, man. So he good. And Coach Carr is another one. You watch a game with him.
I've never watched like a game with Coach Carr because usually he's on the sideline in the press box or something. I need to do that one.
You get a chance to watch Coach Carr. He points out a lot of stuff too.
I'd love to watch a game I'd love to watch a game with Todd. I've never had a chance to watch a game with Todd, so I'd love to watch a game and sit with Todd and hear his unfiltered perspective on a game.
It would have to be college though. I don't want to watch a high school game with Todd. I want to watch a college game. Because I will say this, Todd called it right here. He said that Oregon had the worst defense in the playoffs. I remember that, B-Rise?
Yes,
yeah, he did, yeah.
And sure enough, they showed up and got their ass toe up. Yeah. That next week, and nobody really agreed with him. If you remember on that show, nobody was just like co-signing that. Like that was just his opinion.
It
He
was.
was on it. He got that one. He nailed that one. So
he nailed it. That's the first thing that came to mind. I was like, damn, Ty called that one. So yeah, I would like to sit down and be watching the game with him too. He probably could point out a lot of stuff, especially on defense, because that's his thing.
Yeah.
But if you're a good defensive coach, you know ballers on offense. So it worked both ways. But anyway, I appreciate it, fellas.
Y'all have a good night.
Shout out to the Dub. Hey,
watch this.
Hey, number one Dub.
Football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, put in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach trying to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. James Mack, he be on the scene, rocking the gear, it's so clean. We rise and go easy, off the easy, push easy. When my step is our special kids, make it easy, so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All my fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub. 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 That GF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That GF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Matt Stepp, Jeremy McInnes, Coach Carr, and Brian Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out.
Going to the next round. Get ready.
The salute. Hey.